Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have a Twilight Princess any percent tournament match. It is Wolf-2 and it is Bruggles versus Chaotic Ace, winners bracket round 3. I am joined today on commentary by Simikins and Mr. Is it Adrianki? Or is it Adrianki?
Yeah, you can just call me Adrian, it's okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about the name.
Okay. And let me just, I will set them off shortly. So, hold on, player A leading. Everything should be good, so we should be starting soon. So thank you gentlemen for joining me, and I hope you've been having a good day.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got Twilight Princess any percent race here between Chaotic Ace and Bruggles. I'm not familiar with the rules for the Breath of the Wild tournaments, but this one is straight any percent. Both GameCube and the Wii version are allowed actually, and it's a double elimination bracket. I'll just pop the bracket in chat for you. And looks like we're off actually. Both runners starting.
Yeah, finally we start.
This should be a good one.
And I guess both will be doing... Well, I'm not sure, but I guess both are doing any percent Gorge Void Nosora armor. I might be wrong.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because Chaotic Ace definitely, I think, will be doing the fastest route, which is Gorge Nosora armor.
Yeah, I know Ace is a legend of this game. It's really good.
Bruggles, however, his personal best time is a 3:06, and that is with the Gorge Nosora armor route. However, he's recently, over the past few months, actually been running with Zora armor because he thinks that the consistency of Zora armor is a lot better than without. So yeah, that's right. Wolf-2 is just the name of the tournament. There was a tournament a few years ago called Wolf Dash. This is the sequel, basically. Bruggles actually having some trouble getting the bridge drop back in time. I guess he wasn't doing the safe unplug.
Yeah, he seemed to have a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, but so the routes that they're both doing, they'll be pretty much identical for the first hour or so, and then after when they're Twilight, we'll actually see Bruggles going off in a completely different direction to Ace. So for the first hour or so, everything they're doing will be pretty much the same, so you can compare them pretty directly. Yeah, there are actually two people in Wolf Dash who have played Wii so far. One of them is myself, and the other is Hibreno.
Yeah, and the Wii route is incredible, actually. It really requires a lot of skill. I would say even more than the GameCube version because the tricks are insane and really precise.
The world record for Twilight Princess any percent is 254.11 by Demon. However, Ace here actually held the world record before Demon with a 254.41. So I think Ace is definitely favored to win this match, being a former world record holder and, well, a really, really good player. Bruggles is also very good in his own right, as I said, a PB of 3:06. So if things go poorly for Ace and well for Bruggles, we could definitely see this being very close. Seems that they're both practically synced to the frame entering to get the small key here. Interesting as well, just looking at the bracket. No, Samiko. So this each race is done on a different day, if that's what you mean. So today is just Ace versus Bruggles estimate of, I'm sure. I think on the stream it says estimate of 3.5 hours, probably a bit lower than that since both of these are quite good players.
Yeah, I think they will definitely be below 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
They are both
and
really
actually,
good.
I'm actually really interested to see how they both do, since I know Ace hasn't been playing a lot of Twilight Princess, but he did come back and do, I mean, obviously to join this tournament, and he participated in one of the seeding races where he actually got a flat 3-hour time, or maybe it was a 3:02, very low time basically. And I know he did a little bit of practice after that, and before that, he's mostly been doing Wind Waker recently, I think, in terms of speedrunning. But of course, the players are both so synced. Of course, Ace, having reached a very high peak with the game, it shouldn't take him too much time to get back to a really good form. But still, he's been kind of inactive, whereas Bruggles has been very active recently, actually been doing very well in that same seeding race, maybe a different one, but on a similar day. Bruggles actually got a time very close to his own personal best, so he can definitely improve his time if he gets a nice run. So Bruggles is probably closer to his own peak right now than Ace, but obviously Ace's peak has been a little higher than Bruggles. Both of them now heading in to do some goat herding. Can you tell us anything about that, Adrian?
Yeah, definitely now it's when we are going to see who gets better time, because goats can be like they can just ruin the run in a matter of seconds. But yeah, they were
Yeah.
pretty I forgot the word. They were almost tied. That was the word. But
Both
yeah.
both of them
Oh, they
getting
are
very good
both.
goats, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got both really good goats actually. Like, what was
It,
that? I wasn't looking. Like 23 seconds, maybe.
yeah. Ace got a 21 and Bruggles a 23. So if anyone's wondering, like, a
Yeah,
really
that's
good time is under 20 seconds. Like the 17, 18, 19, all really, really good. 20 to like 22 is like pretty good, acceptable. And then like 25 and up is starting to get not as good, but still pretty good. Both of them getting under 25 seconds is really nice. Now you'll see them here coming in to enter Bo, talk to Bo. If you haven't watched a Type Ranger speedrun before, which I assume most people would have, but going to explain anyway. That trick they did at the start where they fell off the bridge and respawned on the title screen, sorry for kind of glossing over that, I guess. That's the reason why they now have the Hero's Close and the Sword and Shield. Though note, this Sword and Shield they have is not the real Sword and Shield, so we'll talk about that a bit more later. But
yeah.
throwback
Also
in
because
time...
of the back. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, because of the backing time, you can clearly see that these text boxes are like really messed up, and you have to talk a few times with Bo instead of just having one cutscene with all the text boxes.
Yeah, and you can see both of them actually getting Bo out of the ring in one round. If you slap and then grab him, it's possible if you mash the A button at about 12 to 15 times per second. So I think 12 is the lowest amount you can mash to get him out in one round. Then you can do that, and it's obviously the fastest. Bo is, of course, completely luck-based. Round 1, he has 4 options. Round 2, he has 3.
Ooh.
One of the options in round 1 is just doing nothing. So Bo isn't being too nice to either of them, but trolling Ace a little more. Though with
Yeah,
his very,
Ace
very fast
definitely
mashing,
had.
he seems fine.
Yeah, Ace definitely had a bit of bad RNG there when he pushed him back. So
Both of them,
that's
though, getting
definitely
some
really
pretty...
punishing.
Yeah, despite the slightly bad luck on both of them actually getting fine Iron Boots times. Iron Boots, normally we wouldn't get them until after beating the first dungeon and clearing the second Twilight, but because of back in time, as Adrian said, we're able to talk to Bo when we shouldn't be able to yet, and get them early, which will help us in a few places. You see them also, they're both saved after exiting Bo's house. That is not for safety, that is a requirement for this route. and I'll point out later what that save is actually for when we get to it. Task Goats, if I remember, I think it was 14 seconds, 14.03 or 05 seconds, something. It was a very low 14.
Yeah, I know it was less than 15 seconds or 16, I'm not sure, but yeah, I think it definitely was 14. I think it was a really low 14, so
Yeah.
it's a really amazing thing. I remember my first time watching the task, I was like, dude, can you really do this? What the hell? Like, this game has a really huge potential of being breaking it even more, but it's always an almost, but yeah, it gets there. It's always an almost breakable, but it gets to the point that you're not able to do it because of lot of precision and maybe something that goes out of your hand or your control.
Yeah, exactly. And now, just going through the sewers here, this is the kind of area where you gain or learn about a lot of Wolflink's abilities. So actually just jumping out of this tunnel that Bruggles is about to do, right here is when you actually gain the ability to use sensors. You literally cannot use them until you go to that area. And then we're also going to learn about learn how to do the Midna jumps. Bruggles with a slight lead, mostly just due to a better bow, basically. Both of them have been playing at the same level so far. But also note, the Sword and Shield are already on Wolflink's back. You're not supposed to have them at this point, so it looks kind of funny. Midna's head is like cutting straight through the Sword and the Shield.
Yeah, because at this point, if I'm not wrong, when you get the sword and shield, you don't have Midna on the back since you are on the light realm. So
Yeah,
it's
that's right.
like
So
a really
what you
good
would
mix.
what you'd normally do in this part, after clearing this sewer area or leaving this sewer area, we would go back to Orden to get the Sword and Shield for Midna, and she wouldn't be on our back. But because of what we did at the start, back in time when we respawned on the title screen, that Sword and Shield is not obtainable. Fortunately, we have a Sword and Shield, but it's not the one that it wants us to get. So after this area, we'll be getting to one of the hardest tricks, or most infamous tricks, I guess, in the game.
Yeah, and
Sword
we can
Shield
see that
Scab.
Bruggles. Sorry. Yeah, we
No,
can
go
see
ahead.
that Bruggles got the Midna text skip there, and Ace failed it. He went too much to the right, if I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing to point out, actually. There's a little spot there, and a few other spots as well, where with precise jumps, whether it be on a specific frame or jumping to a specific area, you can avoid talking to Midna, saving a couple seconds each time. So actually, out in this area where Bruggles is now, there's another opportunity. So you see he's talking to Midna here. That one is skippable with a one-frame jump. Let's see if Ace gets it. Ace does get it, so gaining back a couple seconds on Bruggles. They're both only a few seconds apart. Seems that Sword and Shield skip will probably give us a bigger gap, because that relies a lot on your ability to adapt to what Hugo gives you, basically, with his movement and aggressiveness or lack thereof.
Yeah, and definitely Hugo can be really punishing, if not because of failing the skip, also because Hugo trying to hit you all the time and not giving you any pose to move him, or a lot of things can go wrong there.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're not familiar, Hugo, who we're talking about, is an enemy, a Bulblin, named, this one specifically is called Hugo. We're about to meet him soon. And we used him to skip going to collect the Sword and Shield from Orden. So after talking to Midna for a bit here, we're going to see both of them going up to Hugo and trying to lure him.
Yeah, and since we can, and if you are thinking on, hey, you could get the sword and shield and then get out, we actually can't, because we are in a state where sword and shield in Ordon doesn't exist. So it's not an option. It's a mandatory skip. So you have to do it, or you have to do it. There's
Yeah,
no
exactly.
any option other than that.
That's definitely one of the biggest difficulties of the game. I didn't actually notice how, but Bruggles has already taken over a heart of damage, which will be a little bit annoying later and funny as well, actually. Hugo can spawn in different places, and Bruggles got kind of bad luck there with where Hugo spawned, so Ace already pulled ahead. Hoping both of these guys get... I mean, they're both pretty good, so they should, I hope, both get Sword and Shields get first try. It's
Yeah,
about
Ace seems.
Oh,
Ooh,
Ace
that.
actually accidentally jump attacking. It's very easy to jump attack him by accident when you're trying to back up out of the way. Bruggles gets Sword and Shields get first
Yeah,
try, so
nice.
that puts him ahead by about a minute, actually. Really unfortunate for Ace. He'll definitely be kicking himself with that mistake. It always hurts when you jump attack Hugo, since you'll see he actually, after that, went off and jumped off the bridge. That's because Hugo only has, I guess, 2 hearts of health, and he
Yeah,
needs
he
to
can
stay
only
half
have 2
health.
hits.
Yeah, he can only survive 2 hits, and he needs to be alive for the second one when you jump attack, so you can't retry instantly. You have to respawn him to reset his health. You see Ace luring along the bridge again. Bruggles entering Farron. His low health shouldn't be a problem because he got Sword and Shields get first try.
Yeah, and now here he can get a few hearts because of from the Shadow Beast. But yeah, let's see how Ace does Shield and Sword skip.
I'm pretty confident that he'll get it this time. He knows what he's doing for sure. It was just a technical flub, not a mistake. And yeah, that looked good.
Nice. Yeah, that happened to me a few times too. That I wanted to jump back, but I accidentally pressed the button A before the moving the joystick, and that made a jump attack, and it was like damn, rip
Yeah.
run.
So you see now Bruggles completely avoiding that first spirit, because neither of them will be clearing this Twilight, because they're both doing routes that don't bother with that. In terms of the plot, already we're kind of going quite far against what the proper plot for this game is. You are supposed to normally go through Auden, the first village, and get a few items, help some people, herd some goats, blah blah blah, and then you go off, early to a wolf, do all the stuff that we've just seen. We've done some stuff kind of out of order, so we skipped the first part of Auden. We did the second part, saving Carlo with the monkey and shield. Got the iron boots much too. And now we're ignoring this Twilight. Wolf Dash 2 is simply the name of this tournament that's happening right now, Twilight Princess Any Percent Tournament. There was a tournament a few years ago called Wolf Dash. This is the sequel to that. And speaking of going against the story and sequence breaking, I guess Bruggles is now going to be entering another of the large tricks in this game, relying on this Shadow Beast here, and the mid charge ability he's gained. So he's going to lure him up against this wall, target him, and do a charge attack. First try EMS for Bruggles. So you see he's out of bounds now, and conveniently, if he jumps just over here, the entrance to Sacred Grove is right ahead of us. And that allows us to get the Master Sword far earlier than you're supposed to. Normally you get it about after completing the 3rd dungeon, but we're getting it before doing any of them, which will help us with, or it'll help them with being able to transform early, do more damage with the Master Sword just being stronger, and also warp whenever they want.
And also because of early Master Sword, we can break the game in a really huge ways. Because yeah, being able to transform into wolf or Link or human Link in some places can really break the game, like we are going to see later. For example, on Kakariko, on the Twilight version of it, on the Elden
Yeah,
Twilight.
exactly. Now we're going to see Ace attempting the same thing, luring the Shadow Beast up against the wall. He has a few different attacks he can do, and he can only do it with certain attacks. That was an attack that's too fast. You can't do it with that one. Again, Ace getting pretty bad luck here.
Ooh.
Ace getting 3 bad swings in a row, so he's actually forced to kill it and then kill just one of these other Shadow Beasts so it respawns, or comes back alive rather, so you can try it again. Refills on health just so he can tank a couple more hits, or tank another hit.
Yeah, because other hit and he would die. And dying here is
Oh.
really bad. Ooh. Since
Okay,
dying
finally.
here... Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, but dying there, it's really bad since it takes you back to the beginning of forest. So you have to go all the way jumping with Midna through the tree and do the
Yeah.
Midna jump. So it's a really punishing thing if you die there because you
Yeah,
are
exactly.
not aware of the hearts.
And like that was a pretty bad case for Ace there. That 4 unusable swings in a row, that's that's pretty terrible. So especially since he got EMS first try, that Shadow Beast it actually allowed him, so it just got to be a bit frustrating. So because of that, not actually the best start for Ace. Bruggles doing. There's nothing bad about this run on Bruggles' end.
Yeah, Bruggles is doing a really good beginning.
But the first hour of Twilight Princess is very punishing, so we'll see how it goes for both of them getting past all the difficult tricks. Especially since both of them are doing a route where Gorge Void is fastest, so we'll talk about that when we get there as well.
Yeah, and also the first hour or so, it really depends on how good are you on the skips and tricks. And the second part is mostly based on movement and movement optimization. Because on the last part of the run, there aren't any huge skips or so, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, there's tricks,
Maybe,
but they're not gigantic. Mostly it's just...
yeah, that's your skip. And also,
I don't think we'll see either of them going for that.
yeah, I mean, you also don't lose anything for trying it. At least once. But yeah, in this case, I think they will just go with the normal way.
This is looking kind of dangerous for Ace. Because of the bad swings, yeah, he's getting a heart here. It's very easy to get hit by these puppets, which would kill him, and that would not be ideal. So just grabbed a heart for safety there.
Yeah, they can easily hit you while you are killing one of them, so...
I'll also get you to take a look at their rupee count. So you can see Ace has 11 rupees right now. I think Bruggles only has 3. They're both trying to build up to 300 rupees for much later in the run. Obviously, they're not going to get to 300 just from these stray green. He's got 12 rupees. So there's a couple spots where we'll be getting an orange rupee just to get 100 at once, but it does save time to just be getting these stray rupees along the way, so you don't have to get as many out of the way larger rupees. So in arbiters, mostly is where you kind of pick up the slack, I guess, for what rupees you're missing, because there's lots of red rupees in arbiters, but if they can skip any of those, they would of course like to. And that is, I guess, while he missed Sword and Shield skip, it meant he could get a couple more rupees going through, so that might help him, might not. Bruggles now getting the Master Sword. Totally respectable time. Also one of the longest cutscenes in the game, so I've got some downtime now. The puzzle that Ace is doing, of course everyone has the solution memorized. Interestingly, it works both ways. You can do the same solution in 2 different directions and will have the same outcome.
With the exact same moves, or maybe one or two more?
No, the same move. So, like, for example, if you just mirrored the solution, it would still work the same. Doesn't matter which direction you do it, kind of.
I didn't know that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. So it's funny, like, even if you play the Wii version with the game as mirrored, you can do the solution the same way.
like on the GameCube version, right? So you
Yeah.
go to the left, even if it's mirrored, and it will be okay.
Yeah, it works both ways.
Nice. Yeah, and we can see Ace getting the Master Sword now.
Yeah, so Bruggles, I guess, actually having about over a minute lead. Most of that coming from just the Sword and Shield skip miss on Ace's end, while Bruggles has been getting everything pretty well.
Yeah, and also a little bit because of the early Master Sword skip.
Yeah, which gave Ace some trouble purely from getting bad luck, which is frustrating. So
Yeah,
after getting the
so
Master Sword, they're now going to be warping back to Farron and going off to enter the Forest Temple.
but yeah, the position of the Shadow Beast sometimes can be really messed up, and even if you get the right position, it will just fail. But yeah,
Also,
if you
just
know how to get it,
yeah, just an interesting thing to note as well. Both of them are playing in English. English is not the fastest language. German is the fastest language by 5.6 seconds, but it's so minor that it's not really worth going out of your way to buy a version of the game that has German available if you already have a version with English. In fact, Ace held the world record for some time in English. This is one of the first places we'll see, as Adrian mentioned, being able to transform to human early to save a bit of time. Normally you'd have to do those meta jumps across all these trees, but since we have the lantern and we can transform human, we can just use the lantern to clear some of this mist.
yeah, instead of having to use the monkey or having to use midnight jumps,
Yeah,
you can just do the same that the monkey does, but by yourself. You only have to be a little bit careful with where you stand when you are trying to use the lantern again. So
it's funny actually that you mentioned that. Responding to someone in chat, Bruggles, I know, did actually get a PAL copy at one point, which would of course have German, so 5 seconds faster. But he found the load times were actually significantly worse than his NTSC disc, so he sent it back.
I think if I'm not wrong, yeah, I actually have the German version of the game because I bought it from Amazon from a German seller. So it's all in German, but since I have my Wii in Spanish, which is my native language, so the game is in Spanish because it has all the languages are least from PAL, but it depends on whatever language you have on your system. The
Yeah.
game will change to one on or
Also,
another.
quickly, oh, Bruggles actually
Yeah.
getting hit by
Ooh.
that case. So right here is what that save was for earlier, and they've saved again in Forest Temple. Again, not for safety, but because you need to. He's
Yeah,
doing
I
back
think
in
he got
time
it.
for a second time here. Yeah, he got that fine. Now he's actually going to jump off the bridge, and as he's falling, press start to open the title screen and select that save from after Iron Boots. Only some saves are compatible with this, and this is actually going to warp him to the King Bulbin fight, where he's just going to reset and skip the cutscene. That seems kind of pointless, but there are some flags within the game's memory associated with boss fights, boss flags, and the King Bulbin fight sets this flag very high, and it just so happens that this flag is shared, I guess to save space, shared with a couple other things, including the monkeys and Forest Temple. So just then what he did was abusing that to set the boss flag very high in that fight, which will allow him to save some of these monkeys without actually doing anything. And despite getting hit by that case, he still got it back in time first try, which is very nice. Ace on the right trying it now. You can see as well, since we skipped the slingshot, they have to use these Deku Nuts to kill these spiders. It's possible to climb past them without them noticing you, but it's hugely luck dependent. Ace, no, yeah, he didn't quite get the frame, so he's going to void out and
Yeah, I'm trying again.
attempt it again.
Yeah, also I don't know if I will be right because I'm not sure at all. But if I'm not wrong, I think that what the game does is that sharing these flags allows you to. Oh,
So
sorry.
there, Bruggles next to the monkeys. No, go ahead, it's fine.
But yeah, it's. I'm not sure if it's that way, but when you activate these flags on the King Bulblin fight, the game shares that flags on until you reset. So even if you select another file, they don't. The game doesn't clear that flags until until you hard reset the console. So that's
Yeah,
why selecting another file keeps that flags.
yeah, that's exactly right. I'm glad you mentioned that actually. So it does carry across different files. That's actually why the Twilight Princess speedrun uses more than one save file. We don't just use one save file. Because this flag is in the game's memory, it's not tied to a specific save. With the Master Sword now, can just beat Ook in one phase, and that is a boomerang in under 30 minutes for Bruggles. He's actually playing very well.
Yeah,
So
and it's also one of the advantages of having the Master Sword here, since with the Master Sword we deal double the damage of the damage.
yeah,
Because with the Ordon Sword, you basically would have to do two phases here. You can't deal enough damage in one phase, so that's a really huge advantage of this.
yeah, and with that, getting back in time first try, gained a bit more of a lead on Ace even, so he's ahead by a reasonable amount, a couple minutes actually. Ace now getting these monkeys as well. And so that's the reason to do the setting that flag with the King Bulblin. Saves these monkeys early, and rather than going around getting them, going around the slow way, you can just come straight through to get to Ook, to get the boomerang. And we won't actually be beating, neither of them will be beating the Forest Temple. They only came here to get the boomerang, which is a required item to beat the game, but also is, in the GameCube version specifically, one of the most broken items, I guess. You can abuse it in quite an interesting way, which we'll see pretty soon.
Yeah, having the boomerang, it's a really good thing, since it allows you to get a lot of long jump attacks, which you can easily skip some triggers and stuff that.
Yeah, so we're going to see the first instance of that right here. Normally, you're not supposed to be able to leave this area until you both clear the Twilight and beat the Forest Temple. So Midna here talks to you to tell you to go back. Obviously, they have done neither of those things, but because they have the boomerang, they can do a long jump attack, just to jump straight past this Midna trigger, which Bruggles will be showing for us now. That worked fine.
Yeah, nice
So
first try.
similar to Sword and Shield skill, where you use an enemy to jump clean over a Midna trigger. Here, you use the boomerang to jump clean over the Midna trigger. It's the exact same mechanic, the long jump attack, except on the GameCube version, you are able to target the boomerang with the jump attacks.
Yeah, that's the first time we abuse of this mechanic.
Yeah, and you're going to see it a lot.
Yeah, we are going to abuse of this mechanic a lot in this run. Also here it's another time where we are going to skip the mailman, because there's a trigger here, but with this you can easily skip it.
And actually, Bruggles hitting the back end of it didn't quite get the jump far enough, so the trigger for that is really large. So he talks for so long as well. So that'll be a chance for Ace to gain back some time on Bruggles, about 20 seconds, I'd say.
Yeah, 23 if I'm not wrong, I'm not sure. I'm not a pro, so maybe a few things I say are completely horrible, so just correct me if I don't say something right.
No, you're all good so far. Ace as well now going to be doing Forest Escape with the boomerang. He does not use the setup
Ooh.
for it. He just kind of walks up to the spot and actually walked a bit too far, walked into the trigger.
Yeah, doing setupless here, it's a little bit risky if you don't get it first try.
This seems like it should work though. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
nice.
now actually you're going to see Bruggles coming up to these shadow beasts down here. We need to kill these guys for later in the run. Because after beating these shadow beasts, you get the ability to warp with the map, which is required for a glitch later. But they're both doing a route that wants Gorge Void. So if he's going to get this, let's see. He does. That is a 1-frame jump attack.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Gorge Void.
Yeah, very, very nice. I'm sure he'll be quite glad he got that. Though it's not quite over yet. He has to do rupee roll now.
Let's
Ace
hope he
successfully
doesn't
skips
fail
the
rupee
mailman.
roll. Yeah, Ace got the mailman skip.
So he digs up this rupee here on Bruggles' side, a yellow rupee that'll give him text, and he's going to use that to boomerang long jump attack on top of this fence, and the rupee will kind of stop the slipping animation, and he'll be able to roll across quickly afterwards. And he actually mistimed that, so there's a backup rupee here you can use if he digs this up, the second spot. Hopefully it's the blue rupee. If not, he'll have to save and quit. Okay, he can't do it, so he's going to be saving and quitting, I think. Unless he dug the wrong spot. No, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, save and quit.
yeah, save and quitting puts all the rupees back so he can, and also resets the text. Because the thing is, you can only get the text once per save. So because he got that yellow rupee text, even if there were more yellow rupees, he couldn't use them.
Yeah, I think that the second trigger was a little bit low. I'm not sure, but I think it's because of that.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not too familiar with that trick since I do a route that does not do it. Ace also getting Gorge Void, so both of them getting Gorge Void, that's pretty nice. If Ace can get rupee roll first try, he'll gain back quite a lot of time on Bruggles.
Yeah, they will be
pretty nervous now.
Yeah, if Ace gets first try rupee roll, they will be pretty tight or almost tight.
And of course, there's a bit of stress with this trick since you have to get your targets before. Okay, looks pretty good for Bruggles this time. Yeah, this should work.
Nice, he got the roll.
Ace getting it as well, so they're now very close together.
Yeah, they both
that's what
got
I mean
the roll.
about the early game of Twilight Princess being very punishing. So many things. Is that going to work? Yeah. So many things can lose you a lot of time. So getting through the early game unscathed is very difficult. Wow, they're both. So now,
yeah, they are almost tight at this point.
Bruggles,
really awesome.
Only a few seconds of a lead.
Yeah, and as you can say, you can just clearly see why this game failing a few things can be really punishing.
And I actually would not be surprised, Ace being all round probably the better player. Bruggles had a big lead because of getting both of those tricks first try, but missing rupee roll hurt him a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Ace take the lead soon. Though there's still a couple of big tricks remaining that can save or lose minutes for either player. You can see them both also running around the edge of this area because there's a big trigger there to start the King Baldwin fight, which they don't want to do yet or at all. Yeah, so also as Kaze mentions in the chat, Bruggles doing the Zora armor route means he'll have a much safer time fighting Morpheal. However, to get Zora armor, because obviously you see this gorge where he is right now, normally you'd warp a bridge here, but they won't be doing that. And Bruggles will have to come through this area again. And there's a trick you can do, which I think he's going to do, called an Epona slide to get over that bridge quickly. And that also, if you miss it, loses about a minute and a half. So, of course, that's better than potentially dying to Morpheal, he thinks.
Yeah, not having the Zora armor for Morpheal can be... If you're not good enough at Morphle without sort of armor, it can be really punishing. If you miss a bomb or if you use more bombs than what you should. Because also later on the run you can get bombs on City on the Sky at the entrance.
Again,
But
Ace
yeah, that's losing a little bit of time.
catching up a little more again with setup bliss. Only a couple seconds behind now. Bruggles trying to hold on to this lead.
Yeah, they are actually like maybe 3 or 4 seconds between them, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
So both of them now are going to be heading to Lineru to try and get the claw shot. Of course, this is getting there early, not the way you're supposed to. So through this gate here, possible to clip through it with a not too precise side hop if you bonk the gate to make it shake. Some luck involved, kind of. Not RNG so much. Bruggles getting through it first try.
Yeah,
Ace
nice.
as well. Whew. I was kind of expecting that to be a
Yeah, that was pretty fast actually.
divide them a little more, but no, they both got it very quickly. Now we're coming up to another one of the, in my opinion, hardest tricks in the run called Pillar Clip. Also very punishing if you fail it. So we'll
Yeah,
explain
if
that
you
as-
fail
as
pillar
we do
clip,
it.
it's just dying and trying again. It's just
Exactly.
like shield and throw skip.
Ace, well, he may have just spoiled us in chat, but Ace does setupless early sync, so if he gets it first try, which I'm going to guess he doesn't based on what he said in chat, then he'll probably overtake Bruggles. Bruggles also doing setup bliss, but not an early sync.
Yeah,
I
also even with setup you can
Ace.
way too far. Ooh.
So Bruggles getting that first. Looks good so far. Of course, he has to make the swim through the loading zone quickly. Because
Yeah, also if you
barely
go
enough air.
Yeah,
Alright,
if
very
you
good.
go down too much, you will run out of air at the moment where you are clipping to the entrance. So that's something you have to be really careful also. Because
So
I think I
unfortunately,
got a few fails of that.
yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, Ace, with his incredibly efficient tap swimming to get down to the pillar, actually went too far. Completely overshot it, so just had to drown on purpose and retry. That's about 1.5 minutes. So again, Bruggles getting a decent sized lead here. Looking better for Ace this time. Yeah, that was really good. This should work fine. Oh no, Ace trying to clip through the pillar too quickly.
Ooh.
He didn't wait
Yeah,
long
he
enough to
didn't
put
got
on
the
Iron
clip,
Boots, and
right?
that clipped him back out. So he's gonna. That's really unfortunate. Of course, good for Bruggles, but that's not what you want to see. That sucks to see as well, because it was something so small, and again, something so small like that costs about 1.5 minutes. Hopefully he can get it this time. Bruggles now doing some boomerang long jump attacks to skip having to turn these bridges. Just turning this one from the bottom. Looking over at Ace's end, see if he can get it this time. Didn't sink down far enough. This is not going well for Ace.
Yeah, he took off the iron boots, I think, way too early.
Yeah, he was trying to basically do it really fast, and he didn't quite get behind the pillar that time. I mean, I'm sure he can get past it, and honestly, I mean, I guess Ace hasn't been practicing too much recently, because these are the kind of mistakes that you might iron out. For example,
Yeah.
I don't imagine he'll be missing it.
I
this
think he
time.
will get it this time,
Yeah,
definitely.
because those are the kind of mistakes that you do once or twice while practicing, and then go, okay, don't do that this time, and then fix those
Also,
problems.
Also, by the way, this time we are going to see another side effect of early boss flags, which is the early Toad fight. Yeah, I think he will get it this time.
You're just
He
waiting
got
a
the
while for
clip.
Midna to pop him up. Not putting iron boots on too early, clipping through, and this should be sweet as. Oh, no, he didn't have enough
Oh,
air. I guess I wasn't
yeah.
paying close enough attention to how far down he's. Maybe he sank too early, but that's.
Yeah,
Bruggles now
he took
getting
off
a
the Iron
huge
Boots way
lead.
too late. Now he took the Iron Boots way too late. Yeah, let's see if Bruggles gets first one cycle Toad. Yeah, he got it, nice.
Yeah, Bruggles has been pretty on point aside from that one rupee roll fail. Ace not playing on form for sure. Hopefully he'll get past it soon. Though it seems like from what he's saying in chat, maybe he didn't. Really unfortunate that falling behind so far this much. Again, this looks good, but
Yeah, I think he's going way down. Yeah, I think he's going way. He's taking the Iron Boots way too late. I think.
it's definitely not. I mean, I think the reason the air is so tight is because of how early he's sinking with the iron boots and tap swimming from really far away. Which is of course the
Yeah.
fastest way to do it if you do get it. But
Yeah, I do setupless, but I start to sink a little bit late. So that might be the thing. Yeah, I think he's sinking way too early.
he does it a bit differently to me, so I can't quite judge since he's got his camera different. But
Yeah, I always let the camera look down.
man, another fail. This is not going well for him.
Yeah, he will
AC
get it
saying
soon.
he might forfeit. I hope he doesn't. I hope he just goes through with it because if he can get past us, he can definitely make it back. If I'm honest,
Yeah, he can
he's
definitely get it.
definitely across the whole game. He's a much better player than Bruggles. Having a
Yeah, also there's what you said before that Bruggles has been playing really actively. I don't know
Bruggles has
if
been really
that the
active
word is right.
recently and doing quite well. Getting close to his personal best recently. So I'm sinking down there to make sure he gets the full amount of air. That might have been a problem as well, actually. He was rolling into the lake, which the air meter doesn't actually display until it's gone down a certain amount, so he might have been losing some air without realizing it there. Bruggles going for that cargo out of bounds, getting it first try. That's pretty risky in a race, but I guess...
Oh, yeah, that was a little bit early.
And I feel like on Ace's side as well, this is a case of, at least partly, missing it, trying to do it faster to make up for it, and then because of that, missing it again. He's really stuck on this trick, which, again, is just a sign of not being so practiced, and as he actually mentioned before, he says he's not in the best state for speedrunning right now, being sleep deprived a little.
Yeah, also if he's nervous, I don't think so, but if he's nervous, that all affects. Just look at my run that I did with the massive time loss on Shield and Sword Skip. Also because I didn't know how to do it right, but also the nerves were just hitting me really hard, and I was pressing the
Yeah, I don't know
buttons
if...
way too early.
Again, I really hope he can get past it, but
He
it
definitely
seems like...
will. I think he will definitely will pass this.
The thing with tricks like this, though, and failing them, it breaks your mentality so much. So
Yeah, I
hopefully
think
he can keep up trying, but he
Yeah, I
definitely
think
I definitely know this feeling that he'll be having of just, this is so bad. What's the point of continuing?
yeah, it's really frustrating when you can get a thing like this. But yeah, I think he will. He only needs to sink a little bit late, not way too early, and also not taking off the iron boots way too early or way too late.
I mean, the thing is, he's always. I mean, since this looks
Yeah,
fine.
that was nice. This looks fine.
I don't
I
know
think
though,
he will get it this
based on
time.
what he said in chat. If this clips, I think it. Yeah, this should work. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that was, I don't know, a pretty colossal, what, like 10 minutes lost or something on just pillar clip, which
yeah, but
actually
nice ace.
Bruggles is now in a really good place to take this race if he can keep playing well, which would be a pretty big upset. Ace is not only one of the best Twilight Princess players, but based on the seeding, he got second seed after getting a really good time in the first seeding race. So this would be a pretty big upset if Bruggles can still pull it off. Which, I mean, Ace, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility for Ace to bring this back if Bruggles makes some mistakes, which he surely will because this is a race setting, and he'll definitely be a bit nervous.
I also
But
think he might be. I think at least he will almost tie Bruggles. So I think he will get close to him. Yeah, also here on Bruggles' side, we can see another effect of having the Master Sword right now. Because you can transform in the Twilight realm, so you can do clips like that instead of having to go on the house and turning on the fire and opening the gate on the ground or moving the statue. So those are pretty good save times.
yeah, I mean, I don't think Bruggles will make it easy for Ace to catch up, given how practiced he's been. I mean, I know he's taken some breaks over the last couple of weeks, just for a few days, but he's definitely very practiced at the moment and playing pretty close to his own peak. So I just hope Ace can bring it back a little bit, make this a little closer. Because I mean, let's be honest. If Ace just plays as well from now as he did in that first setting race, which I mean he may not because of how his mentality is right now, but if he does, a 10-minute time loss is still doable to catch up to Bruggles, given that Ace is totally capable of knocking out sub 3 time without mistakes like this. So with these mistakes, he could totally knock out a sub 310 still. And for Bruggles, a sub 310 is a pretty good time, which I mean he's doing pretty well as well so far. But it just seems like the situation for Ace is not ideal.
Yeah, but even with that, he's on most of the parts. He's playing really good.
Apparently,
With
also
one
playing
hand.
one-handed. I'm impressed he got pillar clip at all. I've never done pillar clip one-handed.
Yeah, the other day I watched a little bit of the category of Twilight Princess any percent one hand two players,
Oh yeah, 2-player, 1 controller.
and it was incredible. That was really awesome. Blindfold. Yeah, just imagine this blindfold.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
can
mean,
see
so
that
far.
Ace got the closure.
At least Ace is having a bit of a laugh now. Not trying to get too negative or in his own head. I mean, and he still, I mean, he missed a couple of LJAs, but he got that Pikachu 1 cycle, and he's... I'm sure he would have been relieved to finally get past Pillar Clip, so... And that is as well, that's the last really difficult trick for a while, so he should be able to be alright. Bruggles as well, you're going to see now, another one of the uses of transforming during this Twilight. Doing a boomerang long jump attack over this gap so that he can avoid triggering a bug here that will go into this house. He's going to actually try and kill it before it enters the house, which will... I mean, you'll see. Bang. House is gone. So that's bomb house skip. It's possible as Wolf as well, actually, which Bruggles does know how to do.
Oh,
Did he get the tier? No.
no, he missed one of the tiers. Yeah, actually, this is one of my favorite skips. Just not because it's easy or something, just because it looks really cool to see the house suddenly disappearing. So if you're someone who doesn't do speedruns or someone who haven't seen a Twilight Princess run, you see that and your mind just blows.
Yeah, exactly. Ace, I'm sure, is going to be going for all the fastest strategies to try and make up some time. Killing this Kyrock as human by luring him into the water. Not the
Yeah, he
Kyrock,
got it
sorry,
nice.
the Bulbul, and...
That was pretty fast actually. I usually take a little bit of time here because I can't get the good position of the cargo. So that was really good actually.
And I'm expecting him to go for the out of bounds, which might come back to bite him. We'll see. I know Bruggles got it. Looks... yeah, okay, sweet.
Yeah, nice.
So at least so far with everything else, it seems like he's been playing on par with Bruggles. Bruggles, who is coming up and finishing Elden Twilight while Ace has yet to start it. Really huge lead. I'm curious if Bruggles is aware of his lead. If he's actually keeping track of how the race is going, or if he's just paying attention to his own game.
Yeah, also I don't know if you said this before, but yeah, doing this out of bounds saves a little bit of time there. Since you don't have to go to the right on that path or cave. And you can just go straight to the exit. And that saves like 15 seconds maybe or 20, I'm not sure.
It's only actually like 5 or 6 seconds. It's not that much faster.
Oh, 5 or 6? I thought it was way more.
No, it saves a really small amount of time, and if you miss it, it loses like 40 seconds. So
Yeah, since you have to get the car block once again. Yeah, that's
Right,
why I
looks
didn't
like-
go for it.
yeah, it's not it's pretty risky if you're not super confident with it. I know even like some top players purposely didn't go for it until they had a really nice time, so it's under 3 hours. So Bruggles now having cleared the Elden Twilight, the whole purpose of that is so that he can warp to Death Mountain and get this large meteor, and he'll be warping it to where Ace is right now to break this ice and allow him to start the Nehru Twilight. So as these meteors fall, he's just going to be waiting, basically, transforming in the corner. Since being human after warping this meteor will allow for him to try, at least, to skip some of Midna's text, saving a few seconds if he gets it. And you can see him now talking to him, and it just means he didn't get that one frame.
Yeah, you can do a side hop there to skip that few text boxes.
So yeah, Bruggles with about a 9-minute lead. Ace, I mean, he definitely won't be able to bring this back quickly. It's the kind of thing that he'll have to make up gradually over the rest of the run. Though there are a couple times where there's opportunities for either of them to make large mistakes. But for now, he'll just be trying to complete Elden Twilight as cleanly as possible, make up some time over Bruggles. As Bruggles enters Lenaru Twilight now, definitely one of the slower parts of the run. So
Yeah, this part of the run is really slow, but I think it's mostly because of the back in Hyrule Citadel or Hyrule Castle Town. I'm not sure how to say it.
yeah,
But yeah, if it wasn't because of that bug, which is really annoying to go all the way down to the town just to get that bug, this Twilight would be way much better.
just taking a look at the bracket again, because at least on Bruggles' side we've got some downtime. I know Ace is in probably one of the more interesting parts of the run, so if you want to watch that. But in the bracket, this is, as we said, a winners quarterfinals match, so the winner will be moving on to the winner's side of top 8 to face against the winner of K's Master and JD Link Master, who are racing this weekend, I think. And the loser would have most likely faced against Yellow Torpedo, another pretty good Twilight Princess player, but he unfortunately disqualified himself because he doesn't have the time for the races anymore. So it's pretty likely that the loser of this will also make it through to loser's side top 8, given the matches they'd have to play in losers and their skill. But of course, staying in winners is a lot more favourable. And I'm sure I mentioned it already, but Bruggles taking this win would be a pretty huge upset. Having some trouble with those bugs there.
Yeah, that bug is really annoying too.
So we can jump under this bridge, which just avoids a small cutscene.
Yeah, if we go on the top part, we have to watch a cutscene of the Queen Rutella, which tell us to save his kid and that stuff. So
Which
going
Bruggles
on
actually
the down,
will be doing. Because he's collecting the Zora armor, he will be doing the sequence to
oh,
rescue the Zora child, Prince Ralis.
so he will be triggering that cutscene later.
No, you don't. He won't be triggering the cutscene. He sort of skips that, but he is going to be saving.
Yeah, I
Ralis.
haven't seen in detail Zora armor route, so
Well, you get to see it now. Hopefully, Bruggles shows that off well for us. He's
yeah,
doing
this
pretty
will
well
be
so
pretty
far.
new for me.
Ace as well, doing bomb house skip as human.
Yeah, let's see if Ace gets this skip. It's pretty easy, so yeah, nice, he got it.
Yeah, just that tier cleanly. So it's the small things that are going to be allowing Ace to catch up slowly. So just there, even just collecting that tier first try saved a few seconds over Bruggles. So just little things like that, trying to play cleaner or slowly shorten the lead. Obviously, 9 minutes is a lot to make up, but gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I think Ace will definitely get closer and closer because other than a few things, he's playing really good.
Manipulated that bug as well, so kill it very quickly, gets the blue rupee without the text, and digs out instantly. So, I mean, this Twilight looking pretty good for Ace so far. I wasn't paying close attention to Bruggles' screen. He's just howled at a howling stone, so I guess that's the one to.
Yeah, this is the one, so we can get the. Yeah, by the way, for someone who. If someone doesn't know this, you actually can't finish the game if you don't learn the final blow. Because final blow is required for killing Ganon on the last hit, which is the final blow. And yeah, you have to get the final blow so you can finish the run, basically. So it's one of those things that even if you can do it later, you have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason they could even skip getting it is because of the route they're doing. Normally, the first wolf is just sitting outside of Forest Temple, but all the golden wolves will give you the skills in the order that you're supposed to get them. It doesn't matter which one you go to. So he's just howled at that one in Zora's River, which I'm interested as to why he did that in Twilight. I know normally, and I think we'll see Ace howl at that Howling Stone after clearing the Twilight. Oh, I know why. Because Bruggles is doing the Zora armor route, so he won't actually be going to that area again, while Ace will go there again to get bombs from Iza. With the Zora armor route, Bruggles is, of course, skipping bombs. That's what makes the Zora armor route kind of fast. It's still slower than the route Ace is doing, but by less than 30 seconds. Because Zora armor means you don't have to get bombs at all for the Morpheal fight, so you can skip all the requirements for it. So that's the last time he'll actually be visiting that area. Yep, shoutouts to Mr. Men for finding King Bulbin 2 skip, which means you don't need bombs for that fight, which skips every requirement for bombs in the Twilight Princess GameCube any percent route. Saved many minutes in No Save and Quit, and also Twilight Princess HD, and made Zora armor routes viable in 2018. What a guy. So Ace clearing the Twilight now, going to be doing the same thing as Bruggles, warping this meteor up to Zora's domain.
Yeah, so he will be getting the Lanai vessel right now.
He did actually make up some time over Bruggles in that. About 30 seconds, it seems like. So, if he continues like that, just 10, 20, 30 seconds each split, just avoiding these small mistakes that Bruggles may be making, he could definitely catch up. Ace also not getting that Minotech skip, and again, going under the bridge here to skip the text from Rutella. Small thing as well, you're going to see Ace not tapping A, just holding forward and then swimming forward with A after coming out of the water. It's actually slightly faster than spamming A to swim, because that kills some of your horizontal speed, or forward speed in the water, rather. So that in itself saved a little bit of time with Bruggles.
Yeah, Bruggles had a little bit of trouble with that bug. He kinda moved from one side to other, so. But yeah, that
so
bug
again,
is a little bit annoying sometimes.
And it's small things like that, as you say, that are gonna give Ace a chance to slowly build up a comeback, I guess. Little things, again, like the bugs that fly, if they land on the water, they take longer to explode than if they land on land. And just there, Bruggles had it fall in the water before exploding. So, a couple seconds down the drain. Small things like that, always. And that's the difference between a time like Bruggles has, still a very good time, 306. But the difference between 306 and, say, sub 3, I mean, I guess he'll still have some large mistakes in his PB, but then the difference between something like sub 3, a very good time, and then Ace's PB of 254 is just all those small things.
Yeah, sub 3 run is it has to be really good with almost no mistakes. Because yeah, any single mistake in this run can just be really punishing. And if you make a lot, it just can end killing the run. Also now we are going to see Bruggles fight the big bug of Lanero Twilight, which in a speedrun it's pretty easy, but sometimes it can be a little bit troll, or you can miss one of the early hits. So you end up losing 3 or 4 seconds if I'm not wrong.
Ace getting the side hop there, the safer route would be to
Oh yeah, he's got the side hop.
put on iron boots and walk through the water and then drop down, but coming out of that waterfall, there's a 3-frame window for this specific setup to side hop down instead, saving about 5 seconds. So again, I keep saying it, but small things like that are going to be the difference. Pretty clean lily pad bugs as well.
Yeah, the lily pad bugs can be really annoying. It's
Although
one of the
tears-
worst things on the run.
The tears were kind of slow to collect just there. So Bruggles here, yeah, there he is, interrupting, missing the jump actually.
Ooh, yeah, he missed the jump.
You can interrupt that charge from the boss bug.
Yeah, also
it's
when
kind of
he
early.
gets in... Yeah, sorry. Yeah, also when you have seen Bruggles... Ooh. Yeah, when you see... Yeah, he's having a little bit of struggle with the bug.
There
Yeah,
it
he
is.
got the fast kill, nice. Yeah, also when he was looking C up, that was to make the bug stop on the part where the... Well, I don't know how to say, the wood or the table that you see on the water. Yeah, that wood parts are longer instead of wide. So you make the book attack you in a spot where you have more place to do a jump to the back. Ugh. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really bad at explaining things. I'm
No, it's
getting a
fine.
little bit confused.
You were
Yeah,
covering
but
that fine.
yeah, it's just so we can do a back hop. Is that the word or?
Yeah, back hop to backflip.
Yeah, I wasn't sure of that word. So, but yeah, in that way, with the C up looking on that position, we can back hop. So, well, we can do 2 back hops, and we won't fall into the water. So we can do that attack, and we can get the early hit, which is the hit that Bruggles missed.
Yeah,
And
and
that
now I just want to point
saves-
out,
Yeah, go on.
yeah, it saves a few seconds each round. But this is where the route will fully diverge for a while. Because Bruggles is now heading off. He went to Castletown actually, and he'll be trying to get the Zora armor now. So just now starting is the escort. So there's Ilya, Prince Raulis, and Telma. He won't actually be doing so much to help them, just kind of making sure to keep up. So first here, this for a while was the requirement for bombs for this route, but using an out of bounds clip here, hopefully he can get it kind of quickly. So
Yeah,
moving
actually
from
the
into this
first-
corner,
Yeah, the first time I saw the streak here, or this...
Yeah, very
oh,
nice.
nice.
so that
Yeah.
spawns you on the other side of the fight, skipping King Bull.
Yeah, I saw once a video of doing King Bulblin fight. Well, this King Bulblin fight with bombs, where you had to throw the bombs to him. I'm not sure if that was the old way or something.
Yeah, that would have been the old way for routes that got Zora armor. Interesting. Bruggles actually lost some time there on purpose just to practice getting the Epona slide, because that's what he's going to need to do to skip over the gorge. Ace failing to kill that bug quickly, unfortunately. Also funny as well, Bruggles actually managed to cut away all the arrows so the carriage didn't get burned. So now I'm sure Bruggles will be feeling a little bit stressed right now, because firstly, there's a cycle here, there's a cycle where a cargo can come along with a bomb to try and put the carriage off its path. He's trying to get through there as quick as possible, but also taking some time to the side to get this orange rupee here in this chest. So that's 100 rupees, adding to the total he needs a 300. But that makes it very tight for him to make it back in time to blow up the cargo rock. So it seems pretty fine. Okay, yeah, he got it fine. So he's gonna kill some of these bullpuns just to save himself the hassle later. And now we'll be just abandoning the carriage, hoping it doesn't burn. Hoping he can make it. Let's see if he can get it. The stream's buffering. Did he make it? I can't tell. There's a...
I don't know. Let's see.
Bruggles.
Oh,
He did, he got it first try.
nice.
Very nice. So
That's really awesome. I have never seen that. It's really cool. I have seen Epona slides, but not this Epona slide. It's really awesome.
Yeah, so you basically go clean over the gap there in the gorge. He still has to avoid the trigger to fight King Bulblin. Some small stress in the top there, the burning carriage, but he'll make it over fine. Yeah.
Yeah, he got the trigger nice.
So he'll be feeling really pleased with that, I'm sure. Because failing that means you have to restart that entire sequence, so it would cost almost 2 minutes, basically.
Yeah, I think he wouldn't be able to, at the point where he was, I think he didn't have enough time to go back and save the carriage.
Yeah, so I'm really happy for him getting that first try. Also because that is the last really big trick that has opportunity for large time loss. So if he can just, obviously now it'll just be a matter of trying to play as well as possible, but there's nothing left that could kind of like lose him over a minute in one shot. Ace getting the quick hit on the boss bug.
Well, I don't know if that hit has what name does that hit has? Because I just say quick hit or something like that, so...
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It doesn't have a name.
I just call it early hit, so...
Yeah. Ace getting both of them, so that's actually a pretty clean... That's a very good Lanayru, sub 12.
Yeah, that's a really good Lanayru, actually.
So that actually will make up almost 2 minutes over Bruggles, if I'm correct. Yeah, so Bruggles only actually has about a 6-minute lead. However, almost a minute of that is because he already howled at the stone to get the golden wolf ready to get the ending blow later. Ace hasn't done that yet, so that'll be some extra time. But I mean, yeah, Ace clawing it back a little bit.
Yeah, also one of the route differences is that because you can see that Bruggles went for the sword armor, so all of the part that Bruggles just did was to get the sword armor, and as you can see, Ace is going right now almost where Bruggles was a few minutes ago. So skipping all of that saves a lot of time.
Not as much as you'd think though, because
Yeah,
to
I
beat
guess it depends
Morpheus,
more on Morpheo.
but also to beat Morpheus without Zora armor, he needs to be going off to where he is now to get bombs, and so to get normal bombs, empty them, get water bombs, get a different bomb bag, empty those, get water bombs. So all of that takes a lot of time. So that's why I say the Zora armor route is less than 30 seconds slower. Well,
Yeah, if you do it
optimally,
perfect.
about a minute slower, less than a minute slower than the Gorge route, and from now on is much safer.
Yeah, and I guess at the end it really helps having the sword armor, so you can be way faster on Morpheus.
Yeah. So yeah, what Ace is doing now, Bruggles has already done, and then what Ace is about to do, is what he's doing instead of getting the Zora armor. Bruggles was howling at that stone there just to deactivate map glitch, which he had to do to get up the mountain without voiding.
Yeah, we
Kinda
haven't
glossed over it,
explained map glitch. You're right.
but
Yeah,
luckily
so
Ace will be doing it again soon, so we can talk about it.
yeah, right.
But
Ooh.
before that, Ace is going to be helping Isa here. Bruggles avoiding those keys. Also notice as well, Bruggles has yet to put the Zora armor on. The Zora armor is actually very vulnerable to fire and ice, and unfortunately slipping off the
Ooh.
edge there, losing a little
Yeah,
bit
he
of time.
slipped from the edge.
This should work fine. Yeah, so this is actually a long jump attack to completely avoid fighting those shadow beasts, which also means that the blizzard is never cleared, so he's going to be snowboarding what we call blind. Ace now. So Isa gives you some bombs, a lent bomb bag to help her clear the rocks down her, Isa's rapid river ride, whatever it's called. But having Uku, you can actually just get those bombs and then leave. So Ace is going to be taking that bag, which is a non-permanent bag. It would be possible to help her clear out the rocks with the boomerang and then get the bag permanently, but that's very slow. So instead he's just going to take it, empty out the bombs, and use them to get a different bomb bag. So this bomb bag actually literally only has one use, and this route at least. So he's got water bombs in it now. You can only have one kind of bomb in a bag at once. And so this bag he's going to lose if he returns to the title screen, dies, or beats a dungeon. So after he does Snow Peak, he'll lose that bag. But he doesn't care because all he's getting it for is to put water bombs in it and then go to Zora's domain and use those bombs to get another bomb bag, which will be permanent. And that's the one he'll use. Bruggles almost slipping off in the blind snowboarding.
Ooh, that was
But making it
incredibly
fine.
close. Yeah, also snowboarding in this state it's really hard because on jumps like this you definitely can't see where you are going to land. So it's more a matter of practice and knowing the way.
Yeah.
Oh nice, he got the Midna Texas skip there.
And Ace
But
now
yeah,
doing a trick called Rocket Link, just to
yeah, he got
go
Rocket Link,
straight to the
nice.
surface of the water. And those water bombs that he got, never using them again. He's going to be emptying out this other bag that he just got and getting water bombs in that one. But now Ace is going to be heading to Snow Peak as well. And so we'll get an opportunity to explain map glitch now. I'm actually just going to have to pop away for a small second.
Okay, now we can see Bruggles doing... Yeah, nice, first try. That long jump attack can be a little bit hard sometimes, or at least if you don't have enough practice, since missing the timing of it is what just makes you not doing it right. Okay, so now Bruggles is going to go for the I don't remember how was the name of this enemy. I think it was like freeze or something. But yeah, now he's going to make a skip. Yeah, nice, he got it. Where instead of having to kill this monster with a cannon, we can just skip it this way, and we have access to Dark Hammer. Yeah, Dark Hammer. So now killing Dark Hammer. Let's see if he gets. Yeah, Freezer the skip. I didn't remember. I knew it was something Freezer the name, but yeah, he got the quick kill on Dark Hammer. Nice.
Yeah, using the Master Sword, able to kill him in one cycle, which you could actually do faster if you had bombs, which I'm sure Ace will show soon. But
Yeah, you can get a hit with the bombs. Also, we can
Yeah.
see on Ace side, we can see that he's getting rid of McGlitch by holding on the stone and leaving the zone to reload Snow Peak. So now he can dig there and not soft locking.
But yeah, so of course, the benefit of skipping bombs completely saves a lot of time and not having to collect them at all. But he does lose a lot of those smaller things where you can use bombs to kill enemies faster or something. Ace actually getting blocked by those keys.
Yeah, those keys are really annoying. They can just freeze you on meter and ruin the targeting of the cloud shot. And also taking and also
Now
hitting
again,
you.
another opportunity for Ace to make up some time. Yeah, getting the
Yeah, he got
portal
it, nice.
skip first try. But now, actually, I think after Snow Peak, the comparison will be pretty close, since basically everything on the route will be identical after Lakebed, except for, of course, Ace having bombs, so he can do a few things faster. But for now, none of this lead that Bruggles has is fake. It's all real, not just because of the route. So now going to be skipping the boss key here, using a safe setup just to guarantee he gets it quickly, and actually slipping down. And I'm interested why actually he didn't put on Zora armor during the save warp in Snow Peak. I guess because then there's an easier visual cue to work with when skipping this boss key, with those pouches on the hero's clothes. So I'll probably be putting them on now for the Morphle fight, of course. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and also now we have just seen early boss key skip. But yeah, that's a clip that you can do there. And the good thing about this clip is that you can do it since the trigger for the loading zone is already there on the room, on that hole, and not on the door like the rest of the boss fights of Twilight Princess.
And the nice thing about having Zora armor in this fight,
Ooh.
you can see that I trolled him a little bit, but it didn't really matter because he
Yeah,
doesn't
at
need
the
to be
end he
preserving
got the
any air
jump.
because he's got the Zora armor. He can breathe fine. And as Jaquade actually mentioned, he got the Zora armor, but because he didn't beat Farron Twilight, he never actually properly got the hero's clothes, even though he was wearing them in his inventory. So it's beating Farron Twilight that gives them to you in your inventory. So he can never take the Zora armor off now. So, for example, Argarok. I mean, there's not really any real risk, but Argarok and Zant, there's some risk of an instant game over, basically, from the fire or the lava.
Yeah, also Ace got first try that small key. And instead of using the boomerang, he decided to void out. So you respawn at the entrance of the room.
And Bruggles getting the regrab, which will
Yeah, nice.
be Lakebed done.
Now we have the second long cutscene in the run, which is more
This is the bathroom break cutscene.
Yeah, definitely.
Or in my case, the quick snack cutscene.
Yeah, Ace got now the freezer skip or clip too. So now he will be doing Dark Hammer.
Yes, he's going to be putting the bomb there behind Darkhammer. Interestingly, he actually cannot be damaged. Oh, the bomb. Yeah, so that's the thing. Even if his tail is vulnerable and there's a bomb behind him, it's not possible for him to take damage unless his tail can be targeted. So because I guess Ace wasn't there in time or something, he could not quite get the quick fight.
Also, even if the bomb is behind him, the bomb can't damage him unless you are targeting the tail. I didn't know that. That's really nice. I guess now why even having the bomb near the tail always failed.
Right. Oh, well, it's not that it needs to be targeting the tail, but you need to be able to target it, rather.
Yeah, also if you are way too far, you are not able to target him. Okay, so now...
Yeah, now Ace... So you can see Ace actually got 100 rupee back there. That's one that Bruggles did not get. And he's going to be getting another 100 from this front room. Getting him most of the way there to the rupees he needs. Skipping the text with a quick side hop there. That was an interesting strategy to break the suit of armor. And now also Ace is going back to Lakebed and will be fighting Morpheal. But without Zora armor, so much more difficult.
Yeah, also now Bruggles is going to do the Midnight Desperate Hour part of the run, which is really straightforward, so... Yeah, and Ace there is getting rid of the normal bombs, so he can get now water bombs to beat Morpheal. Because since Ace doesn't have this or armor, he will be doing swimming with water bombs, which can refill your air. So that's the glitch he will be doing a few times, so he doesn't run out of air.
Yeah, and so 10 bombs. Ideally, he'll beat Morpheal with just 2. It's possible to do it with just 1, but that's...
Yeah, it's really difficult. And yeah, we can see that Ace fell off there, off the ledge.
Should be fine with this LJ as a backup, though.
But yeah, it's better clipping inside instead of... Because outside you fall down on the water, so you have to climb up, and that loses way more time than clipping inside to the stairs.
Yeah, so now, coincidentally, the air meter, there is just enough air for you to make it down to the bottom of the boss room without the Zora armor. And fortunately, the cutscene at the bottom refills your air, so it almost seems by design that it's possible to beat like Bed, or beat the game without Zora armor.
Funny thing, actually, this cutscene refills your air if you skip it. If you don't skip this cutscene, you don't get the air refill, and you instantly die since you almost don't have air at the end of
Oh, is
the
that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember one time while I was seeing all the part that I learned when I was learning all the run, I forgot to skip the cutscene, and then I was like, wait, why the hell I died there? And then I just said, oh, yeah, I had to skip this cutscene.
Nice. Right, so watching Ace now, he actually unequipped boots during the cutscene, so during it, or before the cutscene, so during it he was floating really high up. Then he waits to drop it just as the bomb's about to explode so he can get the maximum air and come and grab Morphle from above. Really important that he has the iron boots on, because then he can equip something over them to eject him off Morphle. And Ace giving us some spoilers in chat, but by the sounds of it, he gets a clean 2-bomb. So over here again, swimming up with this bomb, refilling his air. Morphle swimming quite high, but still noticing him, fortunately. And you can swim high enough to claw shot just from over the top. And again, we'll
Yeah.
see
I think
iron
we'll
boots
let you.
on, and then force unequipping them, and then claw shotting again immediately after. And that's the third cycle done.
Yeah,
And
nice.
Morphle defeated. So that was a pretty good Morphle. 2-bomb is nothing to complain about, obviously. 2-bomb is basically
Yeah,
the
it's
ideal unless
really
you're
good.
going for the really risky 1-bomb strategy.
Yeah, there's a difference, and there's people asking, but yeah, there's a different route between the runners since Bruggles got the Sora armor to beat Morphle, and Ace didn't got the Sora armor, so he just killed Morphle this way with the air refill with the bombs.
Oh, yeah, to the person who asked, I think maybe Arjun was answering as well, but the route that Ace is saying in this is a different Ace.
Ooh.
Oh, Bruggles actually voiding in Min's Desperate Hour. That's
Yeah, I think
unfortunate.
he got trolled by the joystick. Sometimes can happen.
But Bruggles went out of his way to get the Zora armor, which means he doesn't have to get the bombs, which Ace instead went out of his way to get the bombs to not get the Zora armor. Slightly faster in potential to get the bombs rather than Zora armor, but slightly safer ish to get the Zora armor. So that is now a 6-minute lead for Bruggles, which, I mean, compared to 9 minutes from before, Ace is making it back. I'll try and stay for as much longer as I can. I was planning to leave about now, but I'll try to stay for a little bit longer, just to not leave you by yourself, Adrian.
Okay, sorry, I was a little bit away. I was looking at a thing. But yeah, tell me, what were you saying? Sorry?
I'm gonna leave soon, but I'll try to stay for a bit longer to
Yeah, it's okay, don't worry.
not leave you by yourself. You can see Bruggles now getting the finishing blow, ending blow. So this is from the wolf that he howled for during the Twilight. And it's very important to remember to get the ending blow here.
Yeah, I don't know when I heard this, but I heard that a few runners forgot to get the wolf after going outside the castle after Midnight's Desperate Hour. and then they got in a really good pace to the end of the run, and they couldn't finish the run because they didn't have the final blow. So just imagine getting a really good pace and not being able to finish the run because of this small thing.
Yeah, that's one of those things as well where it's like, you save a lot of time. Wonder why? Oh well, I guess I just played well. Turns out you completely forgot to do an entire sequence.
Yeah, now Bruggles is going to get the card from, well, the letter from this man, which I don't know the name in English.
Auru in English.
I don't even remember it in Spanish. Imagine how relevant to the run is. But yeah, now we are going to get this letter, so we will be able to go to the desert.
Yeah, so unfortunately you have to take all this time climbing up the ladder. You see another small interesting thing here that'll just be different to what Ace does. Because he has the Zora armor, he can actually just swim. So after getting... well, swim fast, rather. So after getting this letter from Auru's memo, which you have to go and give to Fire, rather than jumping down, transforming Wolf, and dashing towards him, he's just going to jump off here. And with the speed of the Zora armor, just mash on A to swim as fast as he can towards Fire's cannon, which will launch him into the desert.
Yeah, I guess it's almost the same going like on wall form and that stuff, right?
Yeah, I think it's a little faster, which is why he does it. Obviously, without Zora armor, you don't have that option.
Yeah, you only get the slow move on the water.
Unfortunately, having to wait a bit before showing Fire the memo, got a bit impatient, tried to show it to him instantly, so he just ignored it.
Ooh, the bunk there.
Interesting thing as well. So now he's heading off to the desert, and this area is huge and really laggy. So he's actually going to be transforming Wolf because Wolf is way faster. That was strange. Ace having some trouble with this Bulblin as well that you have to kill, otherwise he'll snipe you down. But Bruggles, you're going to see him panning the camera down, so it's looking down at him. So there's less on screen, and literally just a lag reduction strategy, which, because the lag is just so huge in this area, because the area is so huge, it's literally a couple seconds faster. I think even like 3 or 4 seconds faster.
Yeah, definitely. The lag hits really hard the game here. And also in some places like on Hyrule Field, if I'm not wrong. I always look down there because you can definitely notice the lag on a real disc.
Yeah.
For example, on a loader, you almost don't notice of that. Because I didn't, on some places, yeah, I noticed the lag. But on other few places, like Hyrule Field, you almost don't notice any lag. But when you are playing on an original disc, you definitely...
Yeah. Ace managing to make the early bridge cycle, making some time off over Bruggles. Bruggles getting a bit stuck in that fence, making it through though.
Yeah, and clipping that fence is way faster than getting a boar and breaking it with, well, boar or pig. I don't know what's the proper name for that monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just way faster to clip there. But sometimes it can be a little tricky since it can take you more time instead of just a few seconds.
Bruggles
And
as
we
well
see
doing
that,
a
yeah, the old
safety
setup.
jump. So map glitch again to skip having to get the key to enter King Bulman's tent, instead doing map glitch and going out of bounds and doing a really slow jump slash. If you look at the mini map in the bottom left corner, you can see the yellow arrow of Link's position moving ever so slowly forward. That's a safer strategy. I assume Ace will be going for the faster method. Also, he has to be very careful not to get hit here. If he gets hit, he will die. And because he has map glitch active, he won't be able to select... oh, he killed him very easily there. Yeah, it's just a few seconds. I think it's like maybe 5 seconds faster to do the a different strategy there.
Yeah, also if you get hit by the arrow doing the faster method, you can you fall and you have to try it again. And if you're not fast enough, you can easily get a little bit trolled by the goblins there, or the goblins there, because they start go towards you and you can target to the front and you have to kill them, and it's incredibly annoying.
Yeah, so I guess that's the reason as well. Obviously, he doesn't have the option to take off the Zora armor, and as we said, it's weak to fire.
Yeah, also that.
So he would just die if he got shot.
Yeah, also the fastest method there, it's way more risky because of that, because of the throw armor.
So Bruggles now deciding to enter Arbiters as Wolf, actually. I guess he wanted to just be safe. It's slightly faster to do this first room as human. But it's pretty easy as Wolf to just do these B attacks over the sand, rather than the human movement. Quartering this chain, so we can pull it from on land easily.
Yeah, if you get way too close to that edge, you trigger... There's a trigger for these small skeletons, and a lot of them appear, and it's really annoying, so it's easier to cloud shot it and not triggering them.
So now
Okay,
you'll
so
see
now...
here,
Oh, the timing. Yeah, go on.
this gate here, wide open, but we'll be closing behind these 4 pos, and we need to collect all 4 of them. Well, we should have to collect all 4 of them to open the gate. Fortunately, there is a small trick we can do with a jump off a pillar, which allows us to kind of go around the dungeon backwards, and doing that skips the requirement for one of the pos, actually. So if the gate doesn't check for the first po, because it just assumes you're forced to get it, this one that's just going to stand in front of him here, he's just going to roll to the left and ignore it, because he'll never need it. Normally you'd need to get the scent from a po to progress at all, but because you can get to one of the next rooms by jumping off a pillar here, so he's going to be doing a long jump attack. Yeah. So,
Nice.
that will allow him to go around the dungeon kind of backwards. Almost got owned by that Moldorm there, actually.
Yeah, if he got hit there while jumping, that had a lot of chances of making him fall to the sand.
But now he can actually get to a different po, and he can get the scent from that po, which will allow him to continue on through the dungeon. Without needing the first po at all. Saves about a minute or 2, I think. And this is another thing found by Mr. Men. Not the post skip in general, but this method of post skip. Because it used to be much harder was a method found by Venick. But in 2018, while Mr. Men was finding a whole bunch of stuff at once, including the trick that Bruggles did earlier to skip King Bulbin and get the Zora armor, also found an easier method for post-kit, which is a huge quality of life improvement. Bruggles, interestingly, there's an RNG manipulation you can do in this room. Bruggles doing it in a kind of strange way, but it still works, so I won't question it.
Yeah, nice.
Actually getting
He
pretty
got
good
really
luck
close
there.
to the door.
And a one frame dash as well, kind of pointless given he has to sniff the scent. I hope he doesn't forget. I know some people have forgotten to sniff this Poe. Okay, good. Ace now doing that faster strat as we said. That should work actually.
Yeah, Ace did the
Yeah,
faster
okay.
strap. Yeah, nice.
He jumped pretty far out, but it worked fine. Saving some time over Bruggles there.
Yeah, and Bruggles there is pushing that block, so later when we go back to this room, when we come back to this room, we have that part open because we have pushed the block enough to make the dungeon save that position instead of resetting it. So
Yeah.
it will be just way faster, so you can go up the stairs to get the last bow.
Also, that chain that he had to just dig up there, it's not actually possible to dig that up unless you've got the scent from a Poe. So, the fact that he could get to a different Poe than the first one and then sniff it is what allows you to get that first Poe. Yeah, Ace is less than 6 minutes behind, so he's made it up.
Yeah, he's really catching up.
But with about an hour 20 minutes left, it'd take some pretty big mistakes and some pretty stellar play from Ace to tie it back up. But it's not out of the realm possibility for sure. Bruggles dealing with those bubbles as he killed that Poe. See Ace showing off the human movement in that first room, rolling across the sand, slightly faster than going through as a wolf because you have to transform back to pull the chain. Rolling up the stairs here as well rather than the slope in the middle, just ever so slightly faster.
Yeah, that's something that there are actually runners that don't know that. But yeah, going through the stairs there instead of going through the middle saves a little bit of frames, a little few frames, I mean, because if I'm not wrong, the game puts these stairs like they were planes instead of a ramp, or I don't know if that's the right name.
No, yeah, exactly. Because
But yeah, and
when going up slopes, as you say,
yeah, it caps your speed a little bit, so it's faster going stairs in the middle. And well, it's only a few frames, but 3 frames, so why not?
yeah, exactly. Ace about to go off to do post skip now. Bruggles got it first try, so he'll have to try and match that. He does have bombs though, which Bruggles did not, so he can actually throw a bomb just to distract. Yeah, so he throws a bomb over there, which will catch the attention of those Moldorms so they won't disturb him, so he can get over to that pillar in peace. Bruggles, yeah, getting that red rupee, which puts him at 300. Ace getting post skip as well. So Bruggles no longer needs any more rupees. Ace is actually surprisingly... Well, he should be able to get 300 by the end of Arbiters, but his rupee luck in the beginning, I'm surprised that he has this amount. I guess he didn't have great luck going through Linearu.
Yeah,
And
I
he has
think
another little strat there, using a bomb to kill that stealth boss instead of the ball and chain. Little things like that will make the ending a little bit faster in some places for Ace because he has bombs.
Yeah, you can kill him with the ball and chain, or you can also use a bomb and the boomerang. I think that ball and chain is a little bit slower, if I'm not wrong, but it's way easier. So
Yeah. And yeah, like Ace, he only needs 61 more rupees, so 60 of those will come from 2 Red-Deads. Just won't be able to skip any of those, and a chest. And he'll very easily get another 1 rupee just from killing stray skeletons.
yeah, Ace should definitely get a few more rupees that he can get on his way.
Bruggles now getting to the boss key early. Again, this entire dungeon you basically go through backwards. Because now on his way to the spinner. Also, it looks like Ace messed up the RNG manipulation. But Bruggles now going around the second half of the dungeon backwards to get to the spinner. And there'll be another spot here where it will be faster if he had them to use bombs to kill some Stealthos, but he doesn't, obviously. So he'll be using the ball and chain to kill these Stealthos. Which, fortunate that he has it at all. And yeah, Ace now very tidily beat Arbors 300 rupees. So this room Bruggles is going through normally, he'd be leaving from this area after getting the spinner. You can see those spinner tracks on the side. But using Wolf he can actually go across with the B attacks. Interestingly as well, those Stealthos actually do not attack you unless you're facing them. So by turning around using the ball and chain and angling it downwards, you can just destroy them without being in any danger from them.
Yeah, also usually the method that I usually see there is just using one bomb, one that is on for the spot, and when you are climbing the ledge to get to the central room that spins with the spikes, also using another bomb there to kill the other 2 skeletons. So yeah, I haven't seen that method. But yeah, if you don't want to waste bombs, it's better to use ball and chain there.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if, like, of course, Ace had a pretty good Morpheal, only 2 bombs, so he has bombs spare. But if, say, you had to waste a few, had a 5 bomb Morpheal, it'd be worthwhile to save them. Bruggles having trouble hitting Death Sword with the spinner there.
Yeah, the sword
Not even trying to
is...
interrupt him, just waiting for him to come right up to him, surprised. He does do the ball and chain fight though. So...
yeah, this is another part I need to learn, definitely.
Oh, and actually messed up. It's possible to one-cycle
Ooh.
Death Sword by just doing 3 attacks at a time, because then he'll never get up, but he accidentally finished that combo. Should only be a couple more hit. Yeah, only 1 more hit from the ball and
Yeah,
chain
only
to kill
one
it.
hit.
Not the fastest. Oh, Ace trying for the rat hit. And
Yeah, almost.
always manages to get that. You can manipulate that rat to hit you off. Spinning that room, I guess. And it continues to turn without you pushing it, so you can save a little bit of time there. Skipping killing it as well. So Bruggles getting the spinner now. And we'll now just be save warping to go back to the start of the dungeon. And making his way to fight Star-Lord. After Star-Lord, I think I'll be leaving you on your own, Adrian, but...
Yeah, it's okay, don't worry.
I'll see
I
you
will
through.
try my best.
So I'm pretty sure Bruggles basically had a 157 spinner, so just keep an eye on Ace's on the time when Ace gets the spinner. See if he's made any time back. Because he was about, what, like, almost 6 minutes behind? entering others.
Yeah, like 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, it was like 5.5, 6. So see if he's made some time back. I know that definitely wasn't the cleanest spinner time for Bruggles, but yeah, and Ace now clean with 300 rupees. Doesn't have to bother getting any extras. Also gets the 1-frame dash after that Poe, just to make some distance out of that room during the cutscene.
Yeah, also Bruggles is gonna go up to the top where oh, I forgot the name. I was about to call him Deathsword,
Yeah, Star
and I
Lord.
mean Star-Lord, yeah. But yeah, Bruggles is about to go to Star-Lord.
And Ace
And yeah.
now going through the Poe door. Again, getting the boss key early here. If he gets it quickly, yeah. So it took Bruggles a little bit to get it, so that'll just make up a small amount of time. He'll save some time with Bruggles as well, having bombs for those stealth bosses we talked about earlier. Yeah. Bruggles now entering Star-Lord. A pretty difficult fight to do quickly. The first phase has some luck involved with Stealth Troopers kind of getting in your way and needing to bounce off them even to get hits on Star-Lord. Let's just
Yeah, the worst is the third phase. The third phase is definitely the worst.
Yeah, so that hit free. You need to hit him 3 times. The first one's free. Second one can be difficult if there's a wall of Stealth Troopers. Bruggles.
Yeah, just like that. Definitely.
Just getting blocked like that. Not much you can do about it.
And he almost got hit by his Star-Lord.
Should be fine now.
Yeah, nice.
And in the third phase, or the third part of the first phase, there's an entire wall of Stealth Troopers that forms. See there? That he has to go behind, bounce off Stealth Trooper. Wow, and actually got trolled by one there, having to roll straight back up to the edge.
Sometimes you hit them in a way that it's really weird, and instead of going straight, it just goes in a really weird angle. So
yeah, so
that's a really annoying thing of this.
Not a very good Star-Lord fight for Bruggles so far, but he gets through it.
Yeah, he got it now. Nice.
Second phase, it's possible to knock Star-Lord down before having to go all the way up the spinner tracks. So hopefully he can get that. And then with chaining quick spins, it's pretty trivial to kill him in one cycle. So hopefully he can get that fine. Ace hopefully gonna show us the Death Sword one cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits with the ball and chain, and then just 2 hits with the sword until he dies, not finishing any combo. Yeah, so pretty clean Death Sword. Well, missed him once, but definitely caught up a bit on Bruggles there.
Yeah, now let's see if Bruggles goes for the early hit on Star-Lord. I mean, it's almost free, so if you fail it, you just go normal, but if you get it, you save quite a little bit of time, so
Ace
I
actually
think
now less than 5 minutes behind Bruggles, so saved almost a minute there. Ah, damn, and
I think he would have get it there.
Guess he didn't jump off in time or got on the spinner a bit early, so Bruggles not quite getting the quick hit, and rather than trying to back up, just going to go up the rails, avoid his fireballs for a bit. So that's I want to say 30 seconds, not actually entirely sure. Again, another chance for Ace to make back some time. He's slowly clawing it back.
The bad thing about
behind now.
Yeah, the bad thing about Star-Lord is, for example, like me, when you are bad with the quick spins and you can't get one phase, so you have to do another phase, and that's definitely really annoying. But yeah, he got one phase, that's really good. Okay, so now if it's okay, I will go for a minute because
It
bathroom
is.
RNG. But yeah, I will be back in a minute.
Bruggles, I expect will be getting this heart container, just to play it safer for later in the run. It's pretty easy to die if you don't, though he did already get one from Lakebed, so no, yeah, he gets both. Ace, I know, already skipped the Lakebed one. I think he'll get the one from Arbiters. You definitely want at least 4 hearts for Palace of Twilight. Most people will get 5. Seems like Bruggles will be getting 6, because you always want to get the city one, because after City in the Sky, when you're heading to Palace of Twilight, you purposely take 2 hearts of damage, which you want to have some extra buffer after that. Ace now entering Star Ward, while Bruggles had a 2:03:31, I think, Arbiter's time, so still actually a respectable time. He's definitely not doing as well as his personal best, but still a good run for him nonetheless. He's been playing pretty well the whole time. Biggest mistake, probably that miss on Rupee Roll. Ace now has been playing really well, aside from the Pillar Clip and Sword and Shield skip. Slowly clawing back, catching up. So Ace
And
as
I'm
well
back.
getting blocked by those Stealth Troopers. Only once though, so getting through that hit pretty quick. Might be able to make up quite a bit here actually. I know Bruggles didn't have the best Stalwart fight. So Ace not getting treated too well either.
Ooh.
Gonna have to just get off the spinner because the arm was not allowing him to go past. Yeah. Sometimes Stalwart can just kind of hold you there, not allow you to get past.
Yeah, and now we
At
have
least-
Bruggles doing early cannon or early seat in the sky. And he got it first try, nice.
Yeah, so this is the reason that they had to get to 300 rupees. 300 is the amount that Fire asks for to repair the cannon for you, which then allows you to head off to City in the Sky. Ace now hopefully going to get the early hit on Star Ward. If he does, that's about 30 seconds saved on Bruggles. Again, I'm still curious. I know Ace is at least watching the ZSR stream because he seems to know what's going on with Bruggles, but I'm curious if Bruggles is keeping track of Ace or if he thinks that might distract him and is just playing his run by himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he is just playing his own run and thinks that he's behind Ace by quite a bit. Ace doing a roll stab there. Oh yeah, that strategy actually worked quite well for him to get the early hit.
Yeah, really nice.
Doing clockwise spins, saving about 1 frame for each spin, or alternating them actually. And that was a very clean Star-Lord second phase, so should save back a bit of time over Bruggles, closing the gap even more as they enter City.
Yeah, if he gets a good clip on early cannon, he's definitely catching up Bruggles.
Yeah, Ace, I'll slowly alternating, don't worry.
Yeah, they are right now like I think about 4 minutes or so. Yeah, I think about 4 minutes or so they have.
And yep, Ace skipping that heart container.
Ooh.
Exactly 4 minutes, well, just under 4 minutes behind. So again, made up almost a minute in that fight. This at this pace seems like will be a very, very tight race. and I'm very interested to see the result when I come back. But I am gonna have to leave you guys here. Thanks for having me. Good luck, Adrian. Good luck to Bruggles and Ace for the rest of the race.
Yeah, thank you so much for the commentary. It was really. I hope I can do the same.
Sweet as.
I will definitely try my best.
Catch you later.
Okay, so now we are going to see Bruggles going for a small skip. Instead of using the Ukus there, we are just going to use a long jump attack. And yeah, that enemy is a little bit annoying. And yeah, also here we are going to skip a trigger, which would activate the fan on the top, which is the fan that let us get the boss key, which is up there. So when we get the double cloud shot, we can. Ooh, he almost fell off there. But yeah, when we get the double cloud shot, we can just cloud shot there and go up and get the boss key instead of going around all the dungeon. But yeah, Ace also got a really good early cannon. So now he will be doing the same as Bruggles and repairing the cannon and going to sit in the sky. And now we are going to see Bruggles going for a skip, because here there's a trigger for Argorok, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I almost called Argorok by the name of Harry Potter boss. But yeah, he got it there. Yeah, so there's a trigger there which activates a cutscene that where Argorok breaks the bridge, and not getting that cutscene makes the bridge stay there. And later, when we save warp after getting the cloud shot, we appear there in where we got the small key instead of at the beginning of the dungeon, which saves a little bit of time and it's better. So yeah, and that small key is for this door. Yeah, Ace just arrived to sit in the sky. And yeah, he's getting really close to Bruggles actually. Okay, now here we are going to do a skip, which is only a small long jump attack. And also in this room, instead of going like casual, waiting for the fans to stop, we can just do a few long jump attacks and skipping all the fans. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, you can easily kill these enemies by just doing a quick spin there. Yeah, also here we are going to see if Bruggles skips a little bit. Well, I think instead of yeah, he got it nice. Instead of going to the other part of the room, we can skip turning on a fan and just go that way, grabbing that ledge instead of activating the fan and going the other way, and saves a bit of time. And now we are going for the aerial force skip, which is pretty hard, so it only works on a few pixels, so and you have a time limit, so before the aerial force attacks you, so it's really precise. And yeah, this is the setup in order to get the pixel. Yeah, I think he messed up the pixel. And the aerial force just went right. Whoa, he voided out, really? That's really unlucky, yeah. If you press the button A way too early, you will go void out there. But yeah, after all, yeah, he got the double cloud shot, nice. But yeah, after that really unlucky aerial fall, he got it, but sadly he voided out. That's really unlucky. But yeah, he got it second try. That's really nice. So yeah, so that's why we skip the Argorok cutscene on the bridge. So now we reappear, as you can see on Bruggles' race or run. You can see that he spawned on that room instead of the beginning of the dungeon. Yeah, and now since the trigger is clear, or the trigger has been cleared, he can just go straight there. And yeah, it's faster to go here on the side instead of going through the door, which is way slower. Yeah, and this is the reason why we didn't want this fan to be on, since when the fan it's on, you can't go through this part. So now that it's off, we can go here, and then we can make a long jump attack on the top part of this building, so we can get to the bosque instead of having to go all the way up here. And yeah, so now Bruggles got the bosque, and we can go straight to Argorok. Now we will see a really cool long jump attack, which saves having to turn on these fans. So you can just make a long jump attack here and keeping all this part. Let's see if he gets it first try. Yeah, nice, he got his first try. Yeah, and Ace is going for the aerial for skip to get the double cloud shot. Yeah, and let's see if Bruggles gets a good cycle on this room, because this room has a cycle. So you can do it really fast instead of having to wait for the fans to go around another time. So yeah, he's getting it almost. Oh no, he failed. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Now everything you can do is just wait and trying to get it another time. And yeah, Ace got the aerial force skip. And a really good aerial force skip. Now instead of cloud shotting all the parts on this part, we can just get on a spot and we can close shot the top part of this, and he's now on Argorok fight. So now let's see. Let's see if he can get the. Yeah, Ace got the boss key now. He got the long jump attack. Let's see if Bruggles gets the fast first cycle for Argorok. Yeah, he got it. Yeah, Bruggles got the fast first cycle. That's really nice. It saves quite a bit of time, so yeah, if you miss that, Argorok makes another. He goes around all the field, and you have to wait for another cycle where he goes around. Yeah, Ace got the long jump attack, nice. Now he's on the fan room. And Bruggles is entering the second phase of Argorok. Yeah, and as you can see now, Bruggles is voiding out, because voiding out at the beginning of the second phase makes Argorok restart his position. So instead of going around and flying, you can just make him spawn in the middle of the fight, or I don't know how to say it, but yeah. He spawns right on the middle, so you don't have to wait for him to go around and fly. Yeah, and now when he stops breathing fire, you can target him on the back and hit him. Yeah, Ace is getting quite a good cycle on the fan room, and now he's really catching up Bruggles. So he's getting more and more close. He's playing really nice. Yeah, despite few mistakes, he's playing really good. Yeah, Bruggles went for the fast strat to the third phase or the third hit of the second phase, and he killed Argorok, so he finished Seed in the Sky, and now he will be heading towards. He will go to Twilight Palace. And Ace just finished the first phase. He got the quick first phase of Argorok, and he will be doing the second phase. Nice, Ace got the first. Yeah, right now Bruggles is ahead by I think 2 minutes or 2.5 maybe 3 minutes. I'm not really sure, but I think like 2.5 minutes. But yeah, Ace got the now. Bruggles is going to enter the Twilight Palace to get the light sword and then proceed to kill Sand in order to get the fused shadow so he can break the barrier of Hyrule Castle and defeat Ganondorf. Yeah, and Ace is about to finish Argorok right now. I think he only needs the last hit. Yeah, he's going for the fast kill. And he got it, nice. So now Ace just defeated Argorok. And we can see Bruggles going to the first room or part of the Twilight Palace. Yeah, it's okay. We are well. I'm alone right now because before I was with Simikins commenting. But yeah, don't worry. I'm trying to explain as much as I can. So yeah, so Ace right now just finished Sit in the Sky, so he will be doing also now Twilight Palace. Okay, so now Bruggles is going to enter the Phantom Sand fight. So let's see if he gets a good fight. Because that can definitely... Because this part is more about gameplay and movement. More than skips or so. But yeah, Bruggles got a really nice fight. Yeah, and now Ace is entering the Palace of Twilight. Ooh, it seems like he missed the throwing the soul into the right place. But yeah, definitely Ace is catching up since Bruggles is exiting the first half of the first part of the room. Oh yeah, he missed the throw. But yeah, definitely Ace is catching up. He's playing really well. And now Bruggles is going to exit this part with the soul, which is what you have to do. Yeah. That small slide there, it's a small trick you can do to slide while you are close shotting something. So right there, it seems like nothing, but with that in that spot, he managed to skip a small trigger, which triggers a few of these rats of the Twilight, or those small enemies that are like rats but on the Twilight, and they can easily hit you and be really annoying. So it's pretty easy skipping them, and it's definitely something worth going to because it's really easy and saves, and almost saves for sure. Well, it's safe for sure getting hit by those enemies. But yeah, Bruggles got the long jump attack there, so you skip having to be on that platform waiting for it to go to the other side. And Ace is doing the Phantom Side fight. And Bruggles also got a good kill on the Sandhead, because Sandheads can be definitely really annoying. So because they can either spawn really far away from where you are, or they can just hit you in really stupid ways. Yeah, Ace also got the slide with the cloud shot. And Bruggles is now getting the small key. And let's see if he goes for the long jump attack that you can do here. Yeah, he's going for it. And yeah, you can skip going down. Nice, he got it. With that long jump attack, you skip going down and again, and it saves a few seconds, and it's not hard, but you have to learn the timing of that long jump attack. And now Bruggles is going for the second Phantom Sand fight. Ace also getting the long jump attack there. Yeah, and Bruggles got quite a good fight of Phantom Sand. Yeah, so that was pretty nice. And he will be getting the light sword now when he exits this part of the dungeon. And with that, he will be doing the last part of this dungeon, which is the central part. And he will be then fighting Sand. That was a really nice throw. Yeah, also there we have, I'm not sure at all, but I think there's another trigger for those small Twilight rats. So doing that slide with the cloud shot, you skip them. Oh yeah, Bruggles fell off. That's something that in this part can happen very easily because of a wrong jump, or well, a jump in a wrong angle. Yeah, he's hitting the hand, so the hand. Oh yeah, those keys are really annoying too. Yeah, this part is really annoying. Yeah, definitely. Those keys and the hand are really annoying. Yeah. Now I think. Yeah, see another keys trolling there. Yeah, this is exactly what happened to me on the race. Well, no, this is what happened to me on my race against Simikins. Yeah, this part of the room is incredibly annoying. Yeah, that's definitely a huge time loss. Ace is definitely almost catching up. He's like maybe a minute or so. Yeah, this is going to be really tight in the end. Yeah, also, we will see. Also, I think this will depend on if Ace gets a good sand fight on the Morphle stage. But yeah, right now Bruggles got the light sword, which is incredibly useful for the run. But yeah, it's not really useful. Like, we only use it here on Battles of Twilight to defeat Sand, so it's well, it's not an item, but I guess we can say we can call it like that, just to make it easier. But yeah, it's like one dungeon item, so you never again use it. Yeah, I think also something that I think that a part where we can see who's going to be ahead is the, I don't know what's the name for that room, but it's the room where you have a lot of sand heads on the central part of the palace. The one that's coming right like in a minute or so. Yeah, nice hard catch. Yeah, now Ace got the light sword. Yeah, Ace is 1 minute and 11 seconds. Yeah, that's really tight. They are almost at the same. And if I'm not wrong, Ace fell off on that long jump attack. Yeah, so Bruggles is losing a little bit of time there. Yeah, now Ace is really catching up Bruggles. He's definitely almost where Bruggles is. Yeah, so now let's see if Bruggles gets a good cycle on this room, because this room is, it can be a pretty troll, so it can definitely not ruin, but it can be really annoying in a run. Also, the Cargoroks flying there are really annoying. Yeah, that Cargorok hit Bruggles and made him fall, I mean. Yeah, now Bruggles got the... Now Bruggles got the boss key. And he needs now to kill the Sandheads. Oh, let's see if... Yeah, I thought Ace was gonna go to for this jump with the long jump attack. Yeah, they almost seem ahead, but Ace is now getting the... Instead of getting it at the beginning of this part. Yeah, Bruggles got a little bit of bad luck there. With that head spawning later. Or despawning. Okay, so now Bruggles is entering a room which also has a cycle. And let's see if he goes for it. Because if you get this cycle on, If you get the cycle on this room, you can save a little bit of a lot, but it definitely can make the difference. Oh yeah, Bruggles fell off. I think he was way too close to the edge when he tried to take out the sword. Okay, nice jump. That was really good. Yeah. Yeah, Ace is definitely catching up. Okay, let's see. No, he didn't got the cycle because of the hit with the because of the hit from the Kubaba. And Ace is getting the cycle, or oh no, the cycle is on this part. Oh wait, no, Ace did get the cycle. Yeah, Ace got the cycle. That was really good. Yeah, so now they will have to kill a few shadow beasts, and yeah, they are almost tied right now. They are like a few seconds, 10 seconds or so. Yeah, Bruggles will definitely save time on the Morphle phase of Sam. Yeah, they are like AC is like 9 seconds behind. Okay, so I think that here we are going to see who gets on first position, because yeah, Ace is playing really good for being someone who is not playing really actively, so it's definitely amazing and definitely shows his skill. And Bruggles is also really playing really well. He almost didn't make Bruggles didn't make too much mistakes, and yeah, Zelda here decides the run, because you can have a lot of bad luck and you can have a lot of cycles with Zelda. Yeah. By the way, Ace got one cycle on the Goron Mines stage. So yeah, definitely now field stage is deciding who will be ahead. Yeah, definitely. Okay, it seems that Bruggles is going. Yeah, Bruggles is a little bit ahead right now. A few seconds. But then, this is definitely really close. It's amazing. Nice, Bruggles is still a little bit ahead. Okay, so now the so now the Blizzard apart, or the Snow Peak Rings part, which is really easy, but if so, oh yeah, oh almost, yeah, Bruggles almost failed that, but he got it, so really nice. And now let's see, yeah, this is definitely the phase that we will see if someone misses a hit here, the person that misses a hit here. Because if someone now doesn't make this part really good, yeah, Bruggles had a bit. Okay, now, yeah, Ace got the fast kill, and Bruggles is behind right now. But damn, that was a really good catch. Even losing 10 minutes, so losing 10 minutes, even if Ace lost 10 minutes, he catch up Bruggles, so that really shows the skill of Ace. Yeah, but now Bruggles is behind and Ace is on top. But don't worry, because the run is not finished yet. We still have Hyrule Castle, and a lot of things in Hyrule Castle can go really, really bad. So let's see if they both get the barrier skip, and also let's see if Zelda is nice. Okay, Ace is going for another mailman skip, which saves a few seconds, well, 20 seconds or so of the mailman talking to you, and he actually got it. Nice. Ooh, he used the wrong item. Okay, nice. Bruggles got the mailman skip too. Yeah, that's really impressive. Even if Ace lost 10 minutes on Pillar Clip, the rest of the run definitely is showing all the skill he has. And Bruggles is actually showing a lot of consistency. So he's playing really good also. He's playing really well. And now we have the Squidna cutscene, which is unskippable and is the longest scene on the entire run. Okay, so now Ace is, yeah, that cutscene is really annoying. But yeah, now Ace is on Hyrule Castle, and Bruggles is about to enter Hyrule Castle too. Yeah, I think Ace. Yeah, also Ace. Yeah, I was watching Bruggles, so I didn't notice, but I think Ace got the barrier skip. Yeah, he got the barrier skip. Yeah, because I saw him on the. Oh, Ace died to King Baldwin. Yeah, oof. Yeah, Ace is definitely now behind. Damn, that was really good. Yeah, this is almost tied. Yeah, Ace got the skip there. Nice. Okay, now let's see if Bruggles. Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Bruggles is a little bit on the top. Yeah, it's really tight for only a few seconds. This is incredible. Okay, so Bruggles is going to the main entrance instead of safe warping. He's going like normally. I don't know if that's a route difference, only a choice. But yeah, now Ace is again ahead. Nice. They both got the barrier skip. But yeah, I think that the things that will decide wins are definitely going to be Zelda, and yeah, I think that if someone gets a really bad luck on the Aerial Force fight, and yeah, I think Aerial Force fight and Zelda will be definitely. Ooh, Bruggles got hit there by the sword. But yeah. Ooh, nice. Holy shit. Yeah, that's only one frame and it's really cool. Yeah, but even if it's a 30 FPS, getting 1 FPS skips or tricks is definitely something really good. Yeah, now let's see if someone gets bad luck on the aerial boss fight. Oh, Bruggles got bad luck with the ball and chain hit. Okay, now Ace is with the cutscene that you have to watch to get the boss key. And Bruggles is on his way to see this cutscene too. Yeah, I think that that what it's going to decide the run, it's definitely going to be Zelda. Whoever gets more cycles on Zelda will be the one who will lose. But yeah, they are both playing really well. And despite few mistakes from Ace part, like pillar clip and a few things, he played really well. And Bruggles, even if he's behind right now, had a lot of consistency, which is a really awesome. Okay, now we have the pillar room where we can just skip the path by just being fast with the jumps and timing the jumps nicely. Yeah, definitely. RNG is going to be the one who decides who wins. Because Zelda is like that. Nice. Ace got the skip with... Got the skip of the... Damn, I forgot the name of this enemy. But yeah, Ace got the skip with that enemy there. And now he will be fighting Zelda. He's going to the skip here with the Cloud Shot. But yeah, Zelda can be definitely really, really mean, and she can definitely give you a lot of bad RNG. Oh yeah, that's a Dark Note. Yeah, I was confused with Dark Hammer, and which is the mini boss from Snow Peak Ruins. Okay, he got one cycle. Okay, second cycle. Yeah, this will be definitely really intense. Okay, so right now, Ace is on the second cycle. Okay, third. Okay, Bruggles, the first one. Yeah, this race is incredibly intense. Oh, Ace got hit there. Well, it's not a problem since we have a favorite there. Yeah. Now in this cycle, they both have had bad RNG, with Zelda using the triangle attack, or the Triforce attack, if you want to say. Okay, Bruggles got a hit there, nice. Okay, Zelda, please. I think Ace is... yeah. Oh, damn, Zelda. Yeah, Ace got a really good cycle there. Oh, damn, really? Stupid Zelda, please give Bruggles a cycle. Don't be mean. And yeah, Ace right now is... oh, really? Yeah, Bruggles is having a lot of bad RNG. And now Ace is doing the Beast Ganon fight. Oh yeah, finally Bruggles got the third hit on Zelda. Yeah, that was a really bad RNG. Oh, so tight. Okay, now let's see. I don't think so. I think that almost over now, but the run is not over until the end. So let's see if someone gets bad luck or something, because that definitely can happen. But yeah, this is really tight. Nice break slide from Mace there. Really cool. Yeah, Horse can decide the fight. Because the aim of Zelda is definitely not the best. Yeah, I think Bruggles messed up the fight there. Oh, damn. Yeah. Yeah, for a little bit he missed the hit with the ball and chain. Okay, let's see if Ace is lucky with the horse fight. Okay, nice, he got one. Yeah, and Bruggles only need one more hit. Okay, nice, Ace got the second hit. Oh, this will be all in a row? Oh, almost. Yeah, Ace got the last hit. And now if Ace gets a really good Ganon fight, which I'm sure he will get it. But yeah, this race is been incredibly intense. They have been tied on the last part, which is incredible. Okay, now Bruggles is going for the fight with Horse. Let's see if he gets also good luck there. Ooh, no, that's really unlucky. Okay, he got behind Ganondorf. Okay, we have one hit. Yeah, Ace is definitely using the Iron Boots. Bruggles got another hit there. Oh, come on. Bruggles only need one more. Oh, Zelda, please. Hey. And yeah, Ace won the race. But Bruggles definitely made an outstanding run. He managed to play really well and really with a really good consistency. GG Ace. But yeah, let's not forget that this is not finished yet. Bruggles still needs to finish his run. But yeah, Ace won. But yeah, Ace won because of being a really, really good runner. But Bruggles definitely showed a lot of consistency despite a few mistakes. And he played really well. Yeah, and now Bruggles is going with the fight against Ganondorf. Let's see if he gets the fight in 15 seconds or so. Okay, nice, second. Yeah, nice. He got the fastest fight. Nice, Bruggles. That was a really good fight. And a really good run. GG Bruggles, GG Ace. Definitely both made a really good run. And the last part of the run was incredibly intense. Like, damn, that was really close for a few times. But yeah, thanks, Simikins. You also did a really great commentary. Thanks for being for the first part of the run, or like almost the half run. But yeah, what a run! Definitely a really good run. And yeah, I don't know if any of the runners wants like the interview or something. I don't know if I can do that or
Okay.
okay.
Oh, no, it looks like neither runner will be joining us today because Ace said he's been up for nearly 30 hours and it looks like Bruggles is going to head out too. So I think that's it.
Yeah. Now Ace needs definitely needs to sleep a little.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He did a really good job.
Oh, and thank you, Mr. Adrianki, for doing commentary tonight. And also, big shout out to Simikin for doing commentary as well for as long as he did. So,
Yeah,
I guess
definitely.
no shout out. Both Ace has been up for 30 hours, and the other runner declined as well. So, okay. So, thanks everyone for joining us. Do you have? There is, I think, more coming up. I'm not sure when the next match is up. You can always check the ZeldaSpeedruns.com schedule. So again, thanks Simikins and Mr. Adrianki, and I hope to work with you again. And I guess we're gonna call it a night. So, and I think
Thanks for having me here and letting me commentate
thank you so much for making this restream happen because without commentary, it wasn't gonna happen. I am not qualified. I'm only qualified to restream. So thanks again, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.